welcome back to All the Neffiness Crafty channel. It is Neftali here, and I am back with another 12 by 12 layout for Emma's Paperie. And this time I am working a super duper fun summer layout. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I am quite behind, so I know we're probably like around Halloween already, and I am barely uploading this stuff, guys. So, sorry, but you guys do not have to be afraid because this one is quite amazing. I am using some Kaiser Craft Mermaid Tails, I think it's called. And yeah, I'm using two Kaiser Craft collections, and I'm also using a mermaid stencil. So for, I believe it was the month of August, we were assigned a I think it was what was it, a photo for the color inspiration that included a mermaid, and I purchased, quite a lot of mermaid supplies, and I was so excited because, again, we were still in summertime, and also I was, I had gone to the beach and had, recent photos of the beach, and I just thought I would create a really fun layout, and you guys will see how gorgeous these papers are. So I know in some previous videos I was sharing the supplies that I was using, but I do have a haul, so if you guys want to check that out, these were my August supplies for haul. My August supplies for Emma's, and so I share everything, up close and personal. So I'll make sure to link that video down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. And so basically what I'm doing with this layout is creating a scene for a photo that I will be using of myself at the beach. So the first thing that I'm doing here is using this kind of like seashell scalloped stencil to add a little bit of coloring here, and I'm using just a bunch of random colors. It started off really nicely with the teal, and then it kind of just went mishmash as usual. I'm not an expert at everything, so it was kind of a little off after a minute, but I kind of liked the teal at first, and then I just started adding the pink, and the pink just kind of was a little too much. But anywho, I added a little bit of white, and that kind of muted out a little bit of that, but either way, most of it gets covered up, and so that's what you see me doing here. I'm just doing the, what is it called? I don't know what this, oh Lord, I can't remember. Anywho, so you see me, what I'm doing is this. I'm just using the wrapping, that's what it's called, the wrapping technique to, splash down or smash down my inks. And I end up with this pretty scalloped color here. So I'm also going to go in and add a little bit of extra splatters. And you guys will see here, I'm going to bring in the paper that I end up cutting out. Again, the collection that I was using was Kaiser Craft Mermaid Tails, and it was beautiful. It had lots of purples. It had lots of beautiful mermaid stuff, and I loved it. So I was going to use those photos of myself. I end up just using one, and I'm going to, like I said, I cut apart the bottom half of that. Right, I'm so sorry. I'm like stuttering. I'm talking way too fast. Slow down, Neff. Okay, so I'm using this paper here. It was actually a 12 by 12 sheet with this whole design on the bottom right-hand corner of it, and I ended up just cutting it out because I like my nice crisp white backgrounds, and so I'm going to just use that bottom corner. The other the other like corner of the paper was just, I think it was like a very light blue, just it was just a solid color. So I figured I can just cut around all these little designs, and I think I showed it for a quick second there, but it is like a whole like scene of corals, and it's so beautiful. It is beautiful, and I'm using this along with the ephemera pieces, so I actually end up with just a beautiful mix of like a coral scene here. So I stuck it down with pop dots because I do want it to add dimension to my page. And I'm just carefully placing that down. And it actually looks really well with that, you know, little mixed media color I added to the back of my page. I didn't know if I wanted to use 1 or 2 photos, and I ended up just picking that one there where I'm smiling. And I'm smiling because I love the ocean. I love going to the beach. We went a couple of times this summer, and it was really, really fun. So now basically what I'm doing is going in and seeing what of these beautiful pieces of the ephemera I'm going to be, you know, adding and creating. Just I kind of want like that dimension in my layout, you know, kind of like corals in the front and corals in the back, just adding, you know, a little extra to that page. And it actually goes really, really perfect because they're all from the same collection and they all just blend in perfectly. I mean, the paper I stuck down already has enough on it, and it's got, you know, layers to it and all, but I did want to just add a little extra. And honestly, I couldn't resist trying to add as much as I could. I really couldn't. And so you see me here, I'm just going to be playing around a little bit, seeing what works best. I added a little bit, or actually I added that quote card. It's like a 2x2 card that says, "You were born to sparkle." And then I'm adding seashells, I'm adding corals, of course I'm adding more splatters. um, I'm adding anchors. Like the paper itself already had an anchor, but I added an extra one there. And I'm even including some flowers there because there are a few floral pieces. And then I also had the 12x12 sticker sheet here, and I'm just mixing everything, guys. This collection, again, Kaiser Craft, Mermaid Tails, it's a beautiful collection. The mixed colors are great. See my son there telling me, "Oh, that's you, Mom. Wait, no, don't use that photo. No, no, no." He took it. It was funny because as I was editing this video, I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Yeah, so, you know, I think I mentioned this before. I love creating layouts of myself because it just gives me that little bit of extra umph, and I guess, um, you know, it just makes me feel proud of who I am, and makes me feel beautiful too to be scrapping myself. You know, I don't want to get like too deep into this conversation really, but you know, I am a plus size girl. It did take me a couple of years to be confident and, you know, be comfortable in the skin that I'm in. Um, you know, it as I grew older in my 20s, I realized that, you know, there's no time to be wasting in wishing that I was skinnier, or, you know, what matters is that I'm healthy and that I'm happy. And if I want to wear a swimsuit when I go to the beach, then so be it, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. And so, you know, that's why I kind of created this layout so beautifully and full of life and color, because it just makes me feel more confident, and I love that. You know, if I ever have a daughter in the future, I want her to know that, you know, whatever face, shape, or form she has, I want her to know that she can love herself for who she is, and I want to be that example to her, and including my son. You know, like, I guess it's, I don't want to say it's different for men, but I don't think men are, you know, forced to think of themselves the way women are and as pressured as women are. But, you know, I think it's a good example for him to see that, you know, women are beautiful and they can be confident, and hopefully, you know, he can see that from his own mother. So yeah, I totally just went deep into that conversation, even though I said I wasn't going to. So, but, you know, I always like to have a purpose for what I do. You know, it's not just me scrapping pretty things. It's also, You know, there's a lot more things involved to it. And, you know, if self-confidence is one of them, then I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. And I think that everyone out there should, you know, be doing the same thing and being confident and sharing that in their own way. You know, there's different ways to be confident. I'm confident by scrapping photos of myself and taking photos of myself and going to the beach and wearing a two-piece swimsuit. And, you know, you got to be confident. You got to love yourself. So, you know, this layout I think perfectly defines that, and I love it. So again, you guys can see it's quite the process to stick down everything. But I think the main thing was that I was just not trying to miss out on any of the pieces here. Like I said, there was tons, and I kind of just wanted to use it all in one layout, obviously, as you can see. But I really love just how everything is clustered on that bottom. Well, it's kind of like the whole right corner and then the bottom half of the page. So I just didn't want my photo to kind of be sticking out randomly, and there was just so many things to pick from. I did have the other collection that I ordered from Kaiser Craft, and you can see that in the pink tray down at the bottom. And I don't think I used very much of that. Those colors were a little bit more green and like brownish and tan versus the other collection that I'm using, which is more of like blues and purples and mints and stuff. I'm gonna add a few stickers here from the sticker sheet, and there's a few phrases. I don't keep those phrases there. In that little box where it says documented, all I do is add just the title, I'm sorry, the beach I went to, and I think I just put summer 2017, a few more splatters, and I think this finishes off my layout, guys. I hope you guys liked my little deep convo here, even though I promised I wasn't going to get all deep into it. Sorry, I was deep into my mermaid vibes. Oh God, I just kind of went too far there. I'm in a goofy mood. Sorry, friends. Anyway, so thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you guys enjoy all the close-ups, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.